Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are back with Diamond in the Rough. In the top left-hand side, our Terran Mastermind, he who always just dances his own weird dance, makes us scroll across the map. We're so damned excited to actually cast his games. This is Psystorm Gaming's Ruff. His opponent's going to be a Terran versus Zerg this time. The blue Zerg, it is Grisha. It's always good to be back casting more Ruff games. Get me daily dose of weird. Some mech units, some ghosts, some battle cruisers. Who knows exactly what we'll have in store? Just about the only thing that's almost always assured is we're not going to see Stim get upgraded in this series. It's going to be a gas first, barracks on the low ground. Loves to secure that natural expansion nice and early. And it's on Death Aura. So this one is actually a slightly older replay, which I didn't get around to casting, and I've kind of found through in the folders, but no significant balance changes. I mean, this is just one map pool previous, right? It is not that long ago, and nothing's actually changed in terms of balance in that time. What with Blizzard going AFK a little bit there. Interestingly, this is a gas, pretty early gas pool opening into the hatchery for Grisha, so I wonder if we'll see some sort of roach rush, maybe a bunch of early Zerglings. The lava is getting saved up right now, which makes it look like there might be 6 early Zerglings coming across this map. Ooh, 16 supply as well. That's a very quick 6 Zerglings. You'll notice there's 3 lava even before the pool's finished. So you're even sacrificing a little bit of lava production to do this. And I gotta tell you that can really fuck up a lot of Terran players. Unfortunately, that's a wall. And actually, he's only building 2 Zerglings now. Oh, it's just a really quick ling speed. Okay, fair enough. Bit of a drunk-ass build from the Zerg, in my opinion. But they'll have to get their shit together pretty quick because there's already a Ghost rallying to the outside here. Overlord coming in on the right. I wonder if he spots that. I think killing the Overlord's always worth. Because you get 1 snipe and then it takes, I think, like 3 shots, maybe 4, including Zerg regen to kill the Overlord. 170 damage for a snipe, of course. And a Ghost does 10 damage a shot. 20 versus light. Overlords, of course, are armored biological. They're not light, no light tag on them. But the Overlord manages to sneak by that right side here. And we have 1 Ghost heading out through the center of the map. Now, there's 2 Zerglings coming across. The Zerg has gone back into droning. And he's going to go for a 3rd base and a very quick Overlord speed. Oh, my lord. Hey! Okay, Ghost says hello. And does shut down those 2 Zerglings in the middle of the map. Do we see a bit of panic? A few Zerglings are starting up right now. This Zerg's economy is incredibly low, though. So this is a very weak economical opening from the Zerg. That being said, they're going to have incredible scouting and a super quick ling speed. So this Ghost is probably just going to die without doing anything. So that's a bit of a bummer for Ruff. And something finally paying off here for the Zerg. Oh! He gets the snipe! The Zerglings, some of them hesitated. They were just too slow to actually kill the Ghost. And actually, nice stutter step, dude. Manages to take down a few of those Zerglings before her dramatic death scream. I always feel like I have to pause and go silent when Ghosts are dying, because we have to appreciate just how fucking dramatic every single death is. They really are the Boromirs of StarCraft. 46 arrows in my chest. It doesn't matter how they die as well. It could be 10 of them all dying in a clump to some splash damage, and every single one will still shout, and you're like, oh my god. Actually, for those of you, I'm currently, as I record this, we're currently, during the evenings, I'm casting EPT China, DreamHack Masters China Fall. What's really cool is that is, of course, on the Chinese client, which is a little bit different. Some of the violence and stuff is toned down a little bit in it, but more importantly, they have different voice actors, as you do for different languages, right? But the Chinese voice actors are some of the funniest sound effects I have ever heard in my life. No, hey, I love the Chinese players. I love the Chinese client, but you think the normal Ghost death sound sounds stupid? Wait until you've watched a big bio ghost like versus Protoss TVP where there's like 20 ghosts dying in a battle, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I can't even fucking do it justice. Like, it's actually more ridiculous than the stupid sound that just came out of my mouth. So definitely tune into any Chinese StarCraft you can get, or if you guys do get your hands to play on a Chinese client, if you're ever in China visiting, make sure you, I don't know, load up a unit tester and kill a bunch of ghosts, because it is possibly the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in StarCraft. Nice quick lair on the way, and Grish has actually recovered the economy from the start quite well. Third base fully saturated, so despite me being very critical of the opening, didn't really take too much damage to the Ghost and is now doing pretty well. Of course, has seen the Ghost Academy as well. We've got the medevac on the way, so it's going to be the 4 Ghost build for Ruff. And, oh, does he even bother sniping it? No, just going to start a step to kill it. And bam, bam, bam. So this is going to be cool. 4 Ghosts pop out. The medevac's here. That's going to be hitting right around the 6-minute mark as this medevac does boost across the map. Great map vision for the Zerg as well. Look at this. Zerglings everywhere. Overlords everywhere. Building some extra spores in the main to help kind of zone out. So I think the Zerg is worried about Cloak. It's kind of funny. A lot of Zergs worry about Cloak, but you never actually see Ruff build Cloak with this. I mean, the spores do zone out the medevacs a little bit, so it's not bad. Really though, I think only 15 Zerglings might be a little light. Because those Ghosts kill them so quickly, you just need to have enough Zerglings to get on top of it, and then you can't really take damage. But Queens on their own, as we know, are very vulnerable. And double snipe goes down, already loses a Queen, and the medevac just pulls back. And remember, Ghosts on the edge is very dangerous because they can drop and then snipe from the low ground. But I like the spore movement, dude. 6 more drones are on the way as well, and he's going to go take a 4th in the midst of this. Oh, Grish is going to get way ahead. Oh, pull back, Queen. Okay, good pullbacks on the Queen. Did lose one creep tumor up there. The Zerg's coming forward. Oh, one Overlord goes down. Another Overlord does get bruised, but the medevac's very damaged. Now remember, Ghosts are quite tanky at 100 hit points, almost as strong as a Marauder. And, oh, another Queen goes down. He is, of course, double sniping them, which is a lot more energy expensive, but it does confirm the kill. So I do like it. And go for the drones. Oh, okay, a lot more Zerglings popping out. Oh, you gotta leave. Ruff. Oh my god. No, there's a spore there. Oh my god. He steers to the right, gets out. And that Queen will not be able to catch it, but he has to go home and repair. At the end of the day, 1 Ghost has died. That was, of course, the Ghost at the start. So nothing died in this harassment. And it killed 5 Overlords. Oh, actually, it already killed 1 or 2. So let's say 3 Overlords, 3 Queens, 22 Zerglings. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Meanwhile, double Battlecruiser transitions on the way. Dude, he's such a fucker. I love it. He's also got a 3rd command center landed. He's been getting a lot better at getting that 3rd command center up quicker. Has Ruff. I guess the only thing I've always still been critical of is that, like, he never really queues up SCVs while he's doing these micro heavy things. He's still got that, like, kind of habit of, like, if you're looking at your base, right, you queue up like 1 or 2 SCVs at a time because, you know, you're looking at home. But when you're doing such intense micro like these Ghosts, I feel like you should queue up literally 10 SCVs at a time, because I think the inconsistent SCV production is, like, honestly the one piece that would just actually maybe give Ruff like 300 plus MMR, 400 plus MMR, because he's so consistently good with his micro, his tech units. His base trades are insane. It's kind of funny because I've watched so much of him that I'm naturally just like, oh, how could he become more bullshit? I'm like, how could you be more unfair? Kills the Overseer? Oh my god, he's just abusing this triangle. Because right now, yeah, you see the production tab and there's tons of minerals the whole time. That's like the one thing. I'm like, he would actually just waffle stomp his opponents, I think. Oh no, he tried to, why are there 2 spore crawlers back here? Why were there 2 spores there, dude? Oh, that's such a bummer. So he's like, well, there's no way there'll be that much anti-air. Flies in, loses all 4 Ghosts in the medevac, and that's a problem, because if he could unload those Ghosts, they could snipe all the Queens, and then his Battlecruisers would literally win the game now. That was what the setup was. Because if he can get rid of the Queens, guess what? There's no answer to the Battlecruisers. You could say, well, there's 7 Corruptors on the way. Yes, there are, but the Battlecruisers would already have more hit points. They're going to take down the Spire with the Invados and try to get out of there. But you could also then, if you've got leftover energy, snipe the Corruptors. You'd have Ghosts in the mineral lines potentially killing stuff. So if you get that medevac in, it would have been huge. But look at how many spores there are. What is wrong with this? Did this guy know there was Battlecruisers on the way? I guess he saw starports coming in, so he must have realized, because this is actually an unholy amount of spore crawlers, and Battlecruiser teleports not ready. 14 spores, 7 Corruptors, and did lose the Spire, which is a bit of a bummer. And it's going to build an infestation pit. But up on 62 workers, rebuilds the infestation, rebuilds the Spire. I mean, the Zerg is so ahead right now in terms of like map control and stuff after shutting that down. Of course, the Planetary's up on the 3rd, so Ruff has got that established. And I love it. He's actually got a much smoother transition. 4 Tech Labs, 1 Reactor, so he's going to make Mass Tank Hellion, double Armory, so he can start his upgrades, which are, of course, very delayed since he's been so tech heavy. But the Zerg player could really get control over this game. Now, it is just Zerglings out on the map right now. Mass Zerglings and a few Corruptors. And the creep spread does kind of suck for the Zerg. But beyond that, I feel like they've got a lot of space to work with. They're building 13 drones at once. They could take like 3 more hatcheries. And I mean, Ruff can't really push for quite a few minutes. He's going to have a good army when he does push. But this is kind of going to come down to how good is this Zerg's late game versus Ruff's late game. Who's going to be better at managing a big late game army? We've got double Evo Chamber on the way for Grisha. Hive is on the way on the natural. So lots of tech coming down. Bane Nest. I don't think we've seen a Roach Warren or a Hydra Den. So that's what's... Okay, Roach Warren does go down now. Roach Warren... So what upgrades? I really feel like you want to just go like Ravages here. Probably, but they are supply heavy. So yeah, melee range. And Pathogen Glands though. I think that's in preparation for there to be more battle cruisers, but Ruff's cut the battle cruiser production. He's on just a normie army, guys. 4 tanks, a pack of Hellbats. I do think he needs 1 or 2 more rounds of units before he pushes. He's got 4 Thors on the way, of course, anticipating a potential muta switch. And he's going to add transformation servers. He's got Blue Flame servos, so he can transform Hellion Hellbats. 1-1 upgrades should be ready for this push. He's going to start going now. He doesn't want to give the Zerg too much time. And the Zerg has built a lot of drones, but hasn't really gone into roaches yet. And roach speed, they forgot roach speed. 18 roaches are on the way. Ravages don't care about roach speed, so if they all turn into Ravages, it can still work. But oh, the army's gonna get on this base before they're ready. Grisha here, a little bit too slow to go to the next step. Oh my god, oh my god. What do we got? Missile turrets on the front there. Tanks and Hellbats coming forward. That is a dead 5th base for Grisha. Tank Hellbat coming forward. We've got roaches sneaking out the left side. We've got drones over there as well. And +1 melee, +1 range. Great Aspire on the way. Okay, it's going to be a Broodlord transition, which absolutely has the potential to work out here. Oh, we're just going around the left side. Okay, what do we got? Thor coming forward as well. Okay, the Thors are slowly coming in. Is this going to be enough of a reinforce? Ravages are out. Roach speed's on the way, but it's not going to be done for a while. The Hellbats do go a little bit far ahead of this army, but big tank volleys coming down. Roaches are there to try and intercept a reinforce, but it's only like 5 roaches, so even 1 or 2 tanks could probably beat that in tank mode. It's all going to be about Broodlords, but with mass Thor production on the way. Ruff's also adding more command centers. Oh, going to try and go in for this fight is Grisha, but no roach speed, and absolutely going to get slaughtered by those tanks. Oh my god, slow Banelings, slow roaches, and a 5 roach flank. Oh, this is a sad Zerg force. Oh my god. And that's it, guys. I was like, I think he needs another round of units. No, he doesn't. 5 tanks, a bunch of Hellbats, a couple Thors. And he's going to take his opponent straight down to Dicktown. Straight to Dicktown, lads. That's how you do it, man. Adrenal Glands is on the way, but yeah, just a little bit too slow to go to the next step. I mean, I think even though the battle cruisers didn't do crazy damage, 14 spores and just a ridiculous commitment to everything that didn't quite get to the next step in time. It felt like Grisha, who was trying to just get away with going straight to Broodlords and didn't really think about roaches, still doesn't have Bane speed there. Except as an afterthought, was trying to get like Broodlord Infestor, which can kind of work versus Thors, but you need a lot of Infestors with Neural and Broodlords clearing the tanks very quickly. As it is, I think these Thors will get wiped here. A lot of Zerglings going to get on top of those, as will the Broodlords. 1 Broodlord falls, and oh, these Thors need to swap to high impact payload. They are going to pull their big guns out. And how many? Yeah, there's just too many Broodlords compared to the Thors going in one at a time. So takes out 1 or 2 more Broodlords, but at the end of the day, that army does get toasted. So Ruff loses his army. He's gonna have to go to the next step. He's trying to take the rich gas base. Oh, what a dickhead. I love it. He's trying to take that base, but a burrowed Zergling says, nah, dickhead, you can't land here. +2 attackers on the way. No armor just yet. More and more Thors on the way, which makes sense. Against Broodlords, Thors, and Hellbats will do it quite well. Now, that army is, of course, exceptionally weak to Neural Parasite on the Thors. It's also kind of weak to Blinding Clouds. Burrowed Zerglings, just look at these little pervert Zerglings all over them. I like it. I like it. Gonna retake a hatchery there. Grisha, of course, does have a lot of drones have died. Has this base here, needs to start retaking those expansions. Keeps trying to do Zergling run-bys, but honestly, there's only one area where a run-by could work, and that is the natural. Everywhere else has planetaries up. Oh, 2 Hellbats here with Blue Flame are standing ready, and they should easily defend this Mineral Iron. Yep, nicely done. Big Thor Hellbat army growing there. Broodlords out in the open on their own. Incredibly dangerous for the Zerg player, who at the moment is making Neural Parasite. We've got 6 Broodlords, Ravages on the way. A lot of Ravages coming in. So it's going to be one big Roach Ravager, Broodlord, Infestor army. This could absolutely make a comeback. There's a good enough economy. If Grisha just transfers drones to like the correct bases and stuff, and it puts them on gas over here, which you can see they're transferring now. Yeah, Grisha can bring this back. Now, interestingly, Grisha cancels that hatch. I think knowing that there's an army so close, knows it's never going to survive. That is a lot of Thors coming down, though. Oh, you got to pull back. Pull back, pull back. No, no, Grisha, don't fight out there. Not like this. What are you doing, mate? Oh, my God. It is trying to make slow Baitlinks for some reason. Run! Why are you fighting here? Run away, dude. Oh, my God. Every single Broodlord dies. The panicked Zerg who just does not know how to deal with the wall of metal. And that is just too many Thors. The Biles, you can see they do quite a lot of damage when they land. But this is just a way bigger, better army for Ruff, especially after losing the Broodlords. Grisha needed to really drop Biles, pull back, drop Biles, pull back, and slowly tease that one out. But Ruff just did too much damage. Let's look at the efficiency. 2-to-1, just a classic Ruff ratio. He's like, yeah, I lost a few tanks, Thors, couple SCVs, couple battlecruisers, couple goes. The Zerg is like, I lost everything. And at the end of the day, not a bad win at all for Ruff. Ghosts into battlecruisers, into normie mech, pushing before the Zerg can get ready for it, into fuck it, let's make, literally, he's making the vibe comp at the end. This is what I like to do. If I feel the Zerg's like a little bit kind of caught off guard, or they've gone into Broodlords, Thor's Hellbats, nothing else. You just A-move it. They didn't have 3-3, they only had 2-1, which was the only downside of it. But as long as you get in there before they have like a shitload of Neural Parasite ready or something, man, Thor Hellbat is beautiful. Thank you for this delicious replay, Ruff. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye and good night.